Gary, after the way the game finished against Barnet on Saturday, do you still reflect that on a point gained?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. You know, second half they threw a lot at us, but you know, I've got to say, our defenders, our goalkeeper, you know, made sure that we kept a clean sheet along with the woodwork. So yeah, it's a point gained for sure.
And that, even though the performance as a whole wasn't what you wanted, that defensive solidity is a really pleasing characteristic and one that will be crucial throughout the season.
Yeah, we need that. We're going to need it Tuesday evening. But it's a long, hard season. It's one game, and you know, it's a young group again. It's a new group as well. So you know, we have to take the positives from that in terms of a clean sheet and a point. So we know we can play better, and we will improve as the season goes on.
What needs to happen tomorrow night to get the performance that you want to see?
Well, there's different ways of showing bravery, and the way we play, you need to get on the ball, and that's what I'm looking for. You know, not only tomorrow evening, but throughout the season. You know, there's players that can handle the football. There's players that show bravery in other ways. You know, in terms of tackling and closing down and winning your headers and stuff like that. But I want the bravery on the ball, and that's why we've assembled this group.
I think John Steele said on Saturday that it can sometimes take a few weeks for teams to find their feet. It can take 6-7 weeks for the league to sort itself out into a sort of pattern. That word you used on Saturday, patience, is that key?
It's key. Yeah, it's key. You know, the league table goes up after one game, but as John rightly said, it doesn't take shape until, you know, 6, 7, 8 weeks into it. So we've just started, and it was a blistering hot day also. They're one of the favourites to win the division as well, and we've come away with a point, so we're up and running.
Chesterfield, I think themselves feel they didn't play as well as they wanted to on Saturday, but any victory at Ebbsfleet is positive. That's always an impressive result, as we saw last season. What do you expect from them tomorrow night?
If they didn't play particularly well and they win, that's a mark of a good team. And I know Martin extremely well. He's a great guy. Helped me a lot. Learnt a lot from him also. So I know we'll have the team we come up against on Tuesday night is going to be a difficult opponent. They're also one of the favourites. So in terms of the start that we've had, it's been, you know, quite difficult, but you want to go into these games, you want to play these teams, you want to go to them, the venue that we're going to tomorrow evening. We just want to give a good account of ourselves and play our way and our style of football. And that's what I'm looking for.
And with any Martin Allen team, you know to a very large extent what you're going to get.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I know how he sets his team up. I know what he demands from his players. We also run into a player who will be playing for them that we know very well in Will Evans, who was fantastic for us here. You know, the period of time he's at the club here, he's done an excellent job for us, and on top of that, he's a good bloke as well. But yeah, Martin will have his team. It's their first home game on the back of a good result at Ebbsfleet, so they'll have their tails up, that's for sure.
How's the fitness of your squad looking? Luke Howell and Marvin just missed out on Saturday. Are you hoping that they'll be back in the picture soon?
Yeah, Marvin's training today, and Luke Howell was close at the weekend, so he brings that experience and know-how as well. So yeah, we're looking okay. And
good to see Carl Osborne make his debut as a substitute, but he's missed out throughout pre-season, or for the majority of pre-season, so it must have been good to be able to call upon him in some way.
Well, he missed a few weeks during the pre-season, but we put him on with about half an hour to go, and I'm sure he didn't want the type of action that he had to go into. I'm sure he would have liked it a lot calmer and more controlled, but it wasn't to be. But he got the minutes under his belt. We'll have to gauge whether you know, we start him or we put him on the bench on Tuesday evening. So we've got to manage that situation.
But as captain, he's captained Brentford at a much higher level. He's played in the Championship. That you could see on Saturday as he immediately came into the action. That calming influence, that experience will be vital.
It will be, yeah, and his positional play is very good with his experience. But yeah, we have to manage him also. It's a case of all that what you've just said is correct, but we have to manage him and make sure that when he goes back in, he's right to go back in. And he got minutes under his belt, and it was tough for him. You know, it was tough for the team in them final 30 minutes, and they stood up to that. And you know, blocks, tackles, hitting the woodwork, etc. We got through it. So going forward, that will help him. That's for sure.
Thank you, Gary. We'll see you at Chesterfield.
Thank you.